Welcome to the world of Ticket to Ride, two cross-country train adventure games that respectively span North America and Europe. Both the award-winning original Ticket to Ride and the challenging new version Ticket to Ride Europe are perfect games to reintroduce your family and friends to the fun of board gaming. Both games can be played with 2 to 5 players, and anyone 8 and older can play. Depending on the number of players, gameplay usually lasts 30 to 60 minutes. Both experienced gamers and newcomers alike find that the tension grows with each succeeding turn, and the winning strategies are seemingly endless. It's no wonder that Ticket to Ride has become the most honored board game in the world since its release. In both versions of Ticket to Ride, you collect and play matching train cards to claim railway routes connecting cities. North America in this game, and the old cities of Europe in this one. The longer the routes, the more points you earn. You can also get additional points by connecting the cities listed on your destination tickets. At the end of the game, the player with the highest point total is the winner. Like all Days of Wonder board games, Ticket to Ride features extraordinary components, including a large board map featuring North American train routes. European train routes come with Ticket to Ride Europe. 5 sets of different colored plastic trains that are used by each player to claim their routes, matching scoring markers, train cards of various colors, destination tickets, and a rules booklet. This is what Ticket to Ride looks like when it's ready to play. At the beginning of the game, every player gets 1 set of train cards. You'll be placing these on the board when you claim train routes. These are train cards. Each player is dealt 4 of them at the beginning of the game. The colors on these cards correspond with the colors you see on the game board's train routes. Also, here's a draw pile of train cards, along with 5 cards face up, ready to be drawn by the players. Every player is dealt 3 destination tickets. Each ticket shows 2 cities you must connect in order to gain the points listed here in the corner. For instance, if you've chosen to fulfill this ticket, you'll need to claim routes on the board that connect San Francisco to Atlanta. If you're successful, you'll get 17 extra points at the end of the game. Watch out though, if you fail to connect the cities on a ticket you've kept, then you'll lose the points listed on the card. Because of this, you may want to give up one of your tickets before gameplay begins. You must keep at least 2 of them though, so choose wisely. If you do give one up, place it at the bottom of the destination ticket deck. This last card is the longest path bonus card. It goes to the player who has created the longest continuous path of train cars at the end of the game. The object of Ticket to Ride is very simple. You're trying to score the highest number of points. Points can be scored by claiming a route between any 2 cities on the map, successfully connecting 2 cities listed on any destination ticket you hold, or completing the longest continuous path of routes on the map. In Ticket to Ride, there are 3 possible actions a player can take during the game turn, but you can only do one of them per turn. These are drawing train cards, claiming a route between 2 cities on the board, or drawing additional destination tickets. Let's show you what each of these mean. The player who is the most experienced traveler goes first. She wants to draw additional train cards to add to her hand. She may draw 2 cards either from the top of the draw pile or from any of the 5 cards laid face up. Cards drawn face up are immediately replaced by new cards from the draw pile. With this player's turn complete, the play continues clockwise. The next player wants to do the same thing for her turn, only she's drawing a locomotive card. Locomotive cards are like wild cards. When claiming a route, you can use them as any colored card you wish. However, if you take a locomotive from the 5 face-up cards, you are only allowed to draw 1 card rather than 2. On his turn, the next player wants to claim a route. To do this, he discards a set of train cards that match the color and length of the route he wants, and then places one of his colored trains on each space of this route. He then records his score by referring to the route scoring table here, and moving his scoring marker the appropriate number of spaces along the scoring track. As you can see, short routes are worth only a few points, but longer routes are much more valuable. This player is also claiming a route for his turn. Gray colored routes can be claimed using any color of train cards, but they must be of the same color. For this gray route, the player used 4 blue cards, and for claiming this route, he gets 7 points. During the game, if a player wants to take additional destination tickets for her turn, she draws 3 ticket cards from the top of the deck. She must keep at least one of them, but she may keep 2 or all 3. Again, any return cards are placed on the bottom of the deck. As play continues, the board begins to fill with routes. Tension builds as each player becomes increasingly concerned about completing their destination tickets. Will they succeed before another player blocks their cities? With each turn, the decision on whether to claim a route now or draw more cards becomes increasingly crucial. The end of the game comes when any player has only 2 or less trains left. Each player, including that player, gets only 1 more turn. The players then reveal their destination tickets. If they have completed their routes, they add the points to their score. However, if they failed to connect the 2 cities on any of the cards they're holding, those points are deducted. Ouch! Finally, the players then determine who has the longest continuous route and award 10 bonus points. The player with the most points is the winner. Now let's take a look at the challenges Ticket to Ride Europe brings to the game. Although the geography is different, gameplay is very much the same, but there are a few key enhancements to the gameplay. First, at the beginning of the game, in addition to getting 3 regular destination tickets, everyone is given an equal chance at getting one of the long and high-scoring destination tickets. That means you'll have 4 tickets to choose from at the start of the game. Remember, you must keep at least 2 of them. In Ticket to Ride Europe, claiming a route is the same except in the case of ferries and tunnels. This is what a ferry looks like. Here's another one. Notice the locomotive symbols. When you claim a ferry route, you must play a locomotive card for each locomotive symbol on the route, along with the usual set of colored cards for the rest of the spaces. For instance, this route takes 2 locomotives and a set of 4 matching train cards. This is what a tunnel route looks like. Notice the outline surrounding each of their spaces. Tunnels are tricky to claim because you're never quite sure how long a tunnel route will be. To claim a tunnel, a player first lays down the number of cards required by the length of the route, 6 in this case. Then the 3 top cards from the train draw pile are turned up. For each locomotive or train card that matches the color of the cards the player has laid down, an additional card of the same color must be played from his hand. If he doesn't have the extra cards or doesn't want to use them, then he can take his cards back and his turn ends without claiming the tunnel route. If the player can play the cards, then he successfully claims the tunnel route. Another game component in Ticket to Ride Europe is the train station. A train station allows its owner to use one and only one of the routes belonging to another player into or out of a city to help her connect the cities on her destination tickets. On a turn, a player can build 1 train station on any unoccupied city. She can build 3 train stations over the course of a game. The first one costs the player 1 train card. The second costs the player a set of 2 matching train cards, and the third station costs 3 matching train cards. One thing you'll want to remember is that a player is never required to build any stations. In fact, each station not used is worth 4 extra points at the end of the game. Ticket to Ride is also available to play online against players from around the world 24 hours a day, or in a new Ticket to Ride PC version for both Windows and Macintosh. Anyone who purchases either of the Ticket to Ride games or another Days of Wonder game receives 6 months of free access to all of our online games. With Ticket to Ride, you'll find yourself playing over and over again. These are the perfect games to reintroduce the fun of board games to your friends and family. Over 400,000 copies of Ticket to Ride have been sold already.